All right, ladies and gentlemen, MrSotko here. Welcome back to the channel. Got some interesting news for you. I want to say good news, but probably not super good news. We're continuing the XRP SEC lawsuit drama, and my previous video was on this, sort of explaining how the lawsuit came about and how there was a number of exchanges that had either delisted or are planning to or already have suspended XRP trading. And that list has grown ever since. And in this video, I sort of want to talk about what is going to happen during this SEC lawsuit. There are a number of ways that this could actually unfold, and it's going to be pretty big, I think, for the crypto industry. If XRP is found to be, a true security and they actually do get either fined or removed or something like that, we could see a pretty big shift in a lot of maybe other cryptocurrencies in the market. Now, one thing that happened previous to this was Ethereum was not considered a security, and that was sort of some big drama for a while because Ethereum does have a foundation, but they found out that it's not really about the investment in Ethereum because of the smart contracts and things like that, so they sort of got away with it. But I don't think XRP is. However, I just want to state one quick fact here. We're at a new all-time high of Bitcoin. In fact, it's moving up literally as I'm recording, 35,333 Bitcoin. Congratulations to everybody. However, not so much to the XRP fans. So we're at 22 cents. Which is, interestingly, the original price that it was sort of at before this whole bull run even occurred. As you can see, it was about 23 cents, 25, 22, and it was like that for quite a while. If you go back on the charts, it was pretty much stuck in that era for quite some time, and all of a sudden exploded to 68 cents, 70 cents, something like that, and then kind of right back down to exactly where it was because of all this FUD. So the first thing I want to talk about here is Grayscale removes XRP from its digital large cap fund. So this is pretty bad, and we'll see in just a moment exactly how much cryptocurrency Grayscale has. Grayscale, among one of the biggest buyers of cryptocurrency probably in history, with probably something like 20 billion by now, somewhere near there, and along with PayPal and things like that, holding quite a bit. So crypto asset manager Grayscale has removed XRP from its digital large cap fund. Announced in the news on Tuesday, Grayscale said it sold all XRP from the fund on Monday and bought more of BTC, Ether, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. XRP was approximately 1.46% of the fund. So it really wasn't a lot of the funds, and I'll show you guys that on a couple days back. So Grayscale did not mention the recent lawsuit filed against Ripple. So they didn't mention that at all. And this is sort of Grayscale's response to it. This is otcmarkets.com, and Grayscale's Twitter actually links people to this so that they can read it. A lot of it is sort of nonsense, but the meat and potatoes are pretty much right here. So on December 30th, Genesis Global Trading Incorporated, the authorized participant of the fund, announced that effective January 15th at 5 p.m., it would temporarily suspend trading for XRP. According to the fund's documentation, during the fund's quarterly review, the manager may determine to exclude a digital asset from the fund's portfolio, even if it meets the fund's inclusion criteria, including but not limited to if the authorized participant does not have the ability to trade or otherwise support such a digital asset. As a result, the XRP fund from the portfolio and sold XRP holdings to purchase additional tokens of the remaining fund components in proportion to their respective weightings. So a lot of this money actually went. So basically what they're saying there is that they're selling all of the XRP, and instead with that money, they're putting it in proportion to the respective weighings of the other cryptocurrencies, namely which the biggest one, obviously Bitcoin. So the most of it went into the Bitcoin. You can see here that they have $19.1 billion of Bitcoin. And interestingly, this is on the 4th, and you can see just how much more money is piling into Bitcoin. So this is on the 4th of December, and they had about 9.1 million XRP in the trust. And then they announced this yesterday on the 4th, and today being Tuesday the 5th, they're down to 8.9 million in the XRP trust. So that's kind of weird. I don't know why that's still on there, if they said that they had actually sold the XRP, or maybe it's just taking time to do so. But you can see some of that money indeed went into Bitcoin. as it was 19.1 billion and then 19.4 billion. So it looked like a little bit of the money. Now, some of that money is probably just their daily buying of it, but you can see that some of the money is kind of pouring into the other ones and coming out of XRP. So XRP is going to be zero soon. They're suspending it and they're selling it and going into the other brackets, if you will. Ethereum is growing with Grayscale as well at nearly $3.1 billion. As of yesterday, it was 2.9. So they're buying Ethereum as well very, very quickly. Why they still have Ethereum Classic, I still really don't know. However, U.S. exchanges are suspending or delisting XRP left and right. So Binance US, the American branch, and crypto-friendly asset trading service eToro are the latest platforms to suspend XRP trading. So at this point, it's sort of uncountable. There's a bunch of them. I could probably write a list of at least 10 of them that have so far. eToro revealed that U.S. customers will not be able to trade XRP starting January 3rd. Customers with existing trades at the time will have 3 weeks from that date to close all the open positions. Binance US, the effective delisting is they're actually delisting on January 13th. However, the delisting won't affect the claim process for Flare. Coinbase and Bittrex are also suspending. I believe Coinbase is just suspending. So far, Kraken, I don't believe, has suspended it. I'm not sure. I didn't actually specifically look up Kraken. But I would suspect that they're going to be also suspending as well. So this is pretty bad overall for XRP. Now, again, if XRP is found to be security, they're shut down or they're fined heavily for this, this could affect a lot of other crypto. This is definitely not going to be the first one. In fact, this really isn't the first one. I remember Ethereum kind of underwent this sort of thing, and they weren't sued, but it was just sort of a trial of, is Ethereum a security? And don't get me wrong here. Of course, I support Ethereum, but it is kind of a little bit of a security in a way. I mean, there is an Ethereum Foundation, there is a company, there is a creator, and they do profit off of it. So, and you're buying it expecting it to go up in price, but also other people are buying it just specifically so they can make contracts. So that possibly saved them in that sense. But either way. Also, XRP sinks below Litecoin again after a new lawsuit. So the SEC's attack on the crypto United States. Let me actually talk about this one first, because this is kind of interesting. This is actually by Brad Garlinghouse on the Ripple.com website. He says, more reaction on today's filing from our lawyers. He says, somebody says, one of their lawyers, or maybe even Brad himself, I don't know. The SEC is completely wrong on the facts and law, and we are confident we will ultimately prevail before a neutral fact finder. XRP, the third largest virtual currency, not anymore, with billions of dollars in trading every day, is a currency like the SEC deemed Bitcoin and Ethereum, and is not an investment contract. Kind of is. I mean, like, how is it not? You know, so this is really uncertain ground here. Bitcoin, I see how Bitcoin is not, because there is no person connected to it. But Ether kind of, so this is a little dubious. And it says, and it's not an investment contract. This case bears no resemblance to the initial coin offering cases the SEC had previously bought and stretches the Howey standard beyond recognition. They also say this complaint is wrong as a matter of law. Other major branches of the U.S. government, including the Justice Department and Treasury Department's FinCEN, have already determined that XRP is a currency. Transactions in XRP thus fall outside the scope of federal securities law. This is not the first time SEC has tried to go beyond its statutory authority. The courts have corrected it before and will do so again. So once again, coming back to this article, XRP sinks below Litecoin again after a new lawsuit. So basically, we could just see that on CoinMarketCap here. We see Litecoin now taking the 4th spot, and it's really not that far ahead. What is that, like maybe 400, a little less than 400 million above XRP. Even Polkadot might take over XRP here soon. So definitely not the 3rd anymore. That's for sure. They have lost a tremendous amount of value, to say the least. And then you could even say that Tether pretty much deserves the 3rd anyway, even though it's Tether. But Some bad news here. Ripple co-founder Jed McCaleb sold 400 million worth of XRP in 2020. So everybody is just selling XRP on all of the investors. This is sort of some of the reasons why I don't like. There's two reasons why I don't like XRP, and this is just my opinion. And sometimes the XRP army comes along and attacks in the comments and whatnot, but lately that hasn't been so much the case. And here's my reasoning for why I don't like XRP. First of all, I want to talk about good with XRP. Let me just start off on a good note. XRP has an idea that they can essentially partner with banks or other financial institutions, which is pretty much banks, in order to send money across the globe and avoid the SWIFT system, which is pretty archaic, although is getting better. I've noticed that, ACH transfers and such like that are taking far less time than they used to on the internet. However, that's a great idea. That's, in my opinion, that's a genius level idea. That's great. But then when you look into it a little bit further, the problem is that no bank in the world is actually going to be able to just circumvent their fiat system and just go, oh no, screw the government. I have a banking license, right, from the government, of your particular country or from your local authority that says that they can operate as a bank, use US dollars or euros or pounds or whatever, and and also use international and send international currencies as well. This is a license that they hold, and nowhere does it state, hey, if you guys want to, you can just totally circumvent our fiat system and it's totally fine. Like the government isn't, like, we're not going to find out or anything like that. Like that's not in the banking license at all. I've literally never taken a look at banking license, but I'm gonna put a lot of money down on that bet, on that blind bet, that banks just simply will not be allowed to. Even if they wanted to, many banks would have to follow suit so they can actually transfer to each other. One bank with XRP is useless. That's like having a telephone in your house and nobody else in the world has a telephone. Then it's pretty useless because you can't call anybody. So therefore, at least two banks would have to partner with XRP. They've had many years to do this, and it's everybody needs to come to the realization that it's just not going to happen. If banks are going to use a digital currency, it's just going by the Federal Reserve or your yield local global bank, central bank, etc. It's just going to make some kind of digital currency and you'll be able to move the money yourself. Or if you're a private institution, you can just make your own, like JP Morgan coin. You won't have to buy XRP. You won't have to partner with them. You won't have to pay them anything. And you can just make your own coin and just send money across the globe. So that is what I see happening more than XRP actually, than banks just completely illegally circumventing their fiat system. There's just no way. They could petition to the government. The government's like, what? No, what is this? No, you have a banking license. Use money. It's just not going to happen. Another thing I don't like about XRP is the fact that they are just pooping, absolutely pooping on the investors constantly. In fact, you see here this article, 400 million worth of XRP in 2020. This guy's got $400 million, more than $400 million probably now. And how much do you have from buying XRP? Really, like how much do you have? Not how much your bags are worth. Not you have $1,000 or $10,000 worth of XRP. How much have you really gained? In fact, if you had bought in at that 50 or 60 cents mark in that rally, you're screwed. You're high and dry. And there's a lot of reasons for that. But one of the reasons is that they keep dumping millions and millions of dollars worth of XRP every month or every couple months. The co-founders are doing it. Brad Garlinghouse dumps about 9 or 10 million XRP per day, which at these prices is something like, let's call it $2 million a day that this guy is making. Sometimes he dumps 30 million on you a day. So that's a major problem. So now let's talk about what could happen with the SEC. So first of all, they could simply win the case. They could go to court. They could, have a neutral arbitrator, and go at it with lawyers. And it could just be simply found out, hey, we were wrong. The court finds this to not be a security. It is a currency. Continue on with your business. And then perhaps there would be a big rally in XRP because everybody would be relieved. Grayscale might buy it back. New investors would come in relieved that they know for sure now that the SEC it cannot consider it a security. And there would likely be a rally in the price of XRP. Would it go to $1? I kind of doubt it. Would it maybe go back to 50 or 60 cents? Possibly, particularly considering that the market is super hot right now, and buying into Bitcoin results in, well, it's up 12% right now, but in general, smaller gains, because now Bitcoin is going to have to go up thousands of dollars to just reach 10%, whereas XRP can just go up a few cents and it'll be 10%. And people will see that this price is so low. Look, this is like the only one in red as we scroll down. So far, literally today, nope, we got Nexo. We just got a few of them that are in red. XRP is the only one that isn't gaining. So if people find out, hey, this isn't a security, it's all good now. The dream may continue, even though it's been like 8 years and they still don't have any banking partnerships. But the dream may continue, and people will put in money for big gains with XRP, and I wouldn't blame them for doing that. So another scenario is that they get massively fined. They get massively fined and they say, hey, we've fined you for doing your SEC things, and you can continue your business for doing your security things, but you can continue your business. Maybe they see that XRP is simply too big to shut down at this point, and too many investors would lose a lot of money. Now, mind you, if the company Ripple got shut down and had to just simply dissolve off the face of the earth, XRP would still function. There are nodes of XRP and there are master nodes, etc., like that, and decentralized nature of XRP a little bit. But the dream would indeed be dead if Ripple actually physically had to dissolve. But let's just say they get fined and continue. Well, I think what they're going to do with that fine is that they're just going to sell more XRP, not that they don't sell enough of it every year anyway, and pay off the fine and continue, and therefore you're going to get dumped on once again. However, maybe the price will rise from there. They could, again, be forced to close. This is another scenario where they are fined or not fined at all and simply forced to dissolve Ripple because they have been selling securities. They are a bogus business. They want them to dissolve. And again, XRP would continue to function, at least to some degree. And at the same time, with Ripple dissolved, the dream would indeed be dead. There would be no partnerships. Not that there really are now. There was a few. I think they had like MoneyGram or something like that. And they even found out that it cost them so much money to send. I think it was Western Union said that it cost them like 5 times more money to send with XRP than it does with just US dollars or whatever. Which I don't really blame some of these companies because they can already send money back and forth themselves and make profit, like MoneyGram or Western Union, etc. And when you partner with XRP, it might get faster, but it's probably not going to be cheaper because you're going to have to pay XRP to be their partner and to use XRP, etc. And pay Ripple rather. I'm getting them sort of mixed up, but you get the point. And that would be bad. So the dream would be dead, and I think the price would just simply stagnate. And it would be pretty much like a Bitcoin at that point, except not as good, obviously. It would be like a Litecoin, where there's really no other purpose aside from either hodling it for money, for as an investment, or to simply send money across the globe. And that would be what XRP is. That's sort of what it's designed for in the first place, but it was really designed for partnership with banks. But they also might have to pay back money too. That's another scenario, and it could be a mix of all these scenarios, but they may have to pay back their original investors. They may have to pay back the people that they paid XRP to. They might actually have to give them money. And this could also be sort of a ripple effect, if you will, no pun intended in there. And if it is a security and they have to pay back investors and they have to pay fines, or maybe they have to shut down, this is we're already seeing the ripple to other exchanges. All these exchanges, Grayscale, they're all getting rid of XRP, or they're just straight up suspending it and waiting for the SEC to say something. Some of them are straight up delisting it, and some of them are just suspending it. And that ripple could, no pun intended, will just continue through the world. And you might think to yourself, well, this is just in the United States. And that's true. So you might still have a exchange somewhere in Europe or Asia or something like that that will still function with XRP, and people will still be able to trade over there, but it still creates a block. So now there's really nothing going in and out of the United States, and a lot of US investors are straight just going to get rid of it and may never return to it, which is a lot of money that could be pumped into XRP and thus raising the price. So therefore, I think it'll stagnate for a long time. It'll still be traded on worldwide exchanges. It could be an effect that even affects those exchanges as well. A lot more exchanges may have to do KYC, and a lot more exchanges than they already do might ban US customers because they have XRP on it. And if they allow those US customers on it to trade and sell XRP, then they're aiding and abetting the security, and I think the final thing that could potentially happen, again, these could all be a mix of each other as well, is that they're just simply forced to change their business model. They may be fined and say, hey, you need to make all this right. Like you paid these investors for marketing purposes. You paid these people for this purpose in XRP. That's no good. You're going to have to give them money, or they're going to have to give it back, and you're going to have to give them money. You have to make them right? You sold them a security. You have to make them right now. And they may have to just overall change their business model. They might have to stop what they're doing. They might have to rethink how they're going about selling and trading and seeking partnerships with XRP if it is considered a security, so that they cannot consider it a security. So there's a lot of bad things going on with XRP right now, but we'll have to see when that officially is. I'm not sure on the date that they actually go to court about this. They have just received it. It is probably out there somewhere. Not in any of these articles, unfortunately, but it should be sometime soon that they go to court during this, although governments are pretty slow, so it'll probably actually take a little while, but sometime soon. And if it's found to not be a security, again, I think there'll be a reasonable rally of XRP, because there's a lot of investors waiting on the sidelines now, and even exchanges that are suspending and delisting, waiting on the sidelines, waiting for this call that it is or is not a security. If it is not a security, there's going to be a ton of people just piling money. I mean, look, it's sitting at 22 cents. It's down by 1% for the day, although up a little bit for the past 7 days, but down a little bit. It's pretty much the only coin that is sitting stagnant. And when people realize that the gains are a little bit slower in some of these higher value coins, as people are pumping them, they're going to see little old XRP sitting there, and we'll see. I think we'll see a pretty quick rally of XRP. If it is considered a security, I think it might even go down a little bit more in price. I don't think it'll ever go to zero or anything. Again, XRP can operate without Ripple, and exchanges throughout the world can still trade it, but completely uprooting the US market and throwing it in the garbage, and the actual company Ripple will do some big long-term damage to XRP, and there really won't be any development of it. But that's all I have for you guys today. I do have one more thing. There is one more banned sign up for Coinbase Earn. That'll be in the comment section. It'll be the pinned comment at the top, and it'll be in the description below. If you take that link, if you have a Coinbase account and you do a couple mind-bogglingly, droolingly easy questions, and you get free banned. It's free real estate. I don't know. So yeah, there's only one left. So sign up, guys. The FOMO is strong. Also, I just want to let you know, too, randomly, I have found in the comments of some of my videos, and I delete it and ban it from the channel every time I see it, but apparently they make a new one like every day. There is another MrSotko cryptocurrency commenting randomly on the channel. You can tell if it's the real one just by clicking on the channel and noticing it has absolutely no subscribers or videos. And it seems to be spamming Telegram stuff. I'm sure like 90+% of my viewers know that I never actually spam things like that, except for the Coinbase Earn. One sign up, guys. Coinbase Earn. Except for that, right? But no, that's not me. So if you see that, just go like this. Go. don't talk to me, right? Because I'm not going to shill Telegram to you guys. But that's all I have for you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, share the videos, my social media down in the description below. Also that Coinbase earn. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as usual, I will see you guys next time.